Oops. Hello, guys. I'm coming to you for the first time in a long time. My iPad died, so I'm just using my phone. See how that works out. So I've heard a lot of people talking about the COVID 15. I remember when I was in college, it was the freshman 15. Supposedly, a lot of people in their first year of university put on 15 pounds. I also remember the turkey dump where people would, by Thanksgiving, would break up with their high school boyfriends or girlfriends. But anyway, uh, COVID 15, I don't know. If this goes on too long, it could be the COVID 25 for some people. What a great time to do the COVID negative 120, which I'm trying to do. Intermittent fasting, maybe throw in a little keto and some, there's all kinds of great exercise you can do in your own home and come out of this whole thing fitter, happier, and in my case, perhaps having gotten rid of type 2 diabetes and obesity all in one swell swoop. So I'm just encouraging you, whether you're like me and trying to combat a serious physical ailment like diabetes or trying to lose, in my case, I'm trying to lose 120 pounds. I've lost over 40 pounds so far. I encourage you to try intermittent fasting, and if need be, pair it with some kind of low carb diet. In my case, I'm trying the keto. And what you'll find is you'll come out of this whole thing in better shape rather than worse shape. And of course, we all know too that when you come out of a situation in better physical shape, you're going to be in better psychological shape as well. The COVID crisis is obviously taken a terrible toll on people, especially people who have lost loved ones or, nearly lost loved ones. But all of us are, there's a tremendous psychological stress that's being brought to bear on us. And, one way that you can combat this is by finding exercise that you can do in your home, but also changing the way you eat, changing your relationship with food, eating less calories, ingesting calories less frequently during the day, and having a much smaller eating window. Put that all together, and you have intermittent fasting. And like I say, I've paired it with the keto diet, and I, for myself, having lost 40 pounds, my life is so much easier. I have an arthritic hip, and having an arthritic hip and being really overweight, hence the name, almost morbidly obese dude. It, I'm not joking. I'm not proud of this, but it was literally difficult for me to get off my couch. Now I do have a big old squishy leather couch, but still, I can get off of that. I spring off of that thing now like a young man, a much younger man, And so I'm encouraging people, forget about the COVID 15. Pencil yourself in. No, I'm sorry. Do it in indelible ink. You're going to come out of this crisis lighter, happier, fitter, and also in a much better state psychologically, because we all know that there's an incredible connection between the mind and the body. So even if you've already put on the COVID 15, now's the time to combat it and give intermittent fasting a try. Pair it with some kind of healthy eating. If you don't have a lot of weight to lose, in my case, I'm trying to lose another 80 pounds. If you only have 15 pounds to lose, you don't even need to have. I have a 1 hour eating window. You could have a 6 hour eating window, 8 hour eating window, where you consume all of your day's calories, either say from 12 to 6 p.m. or from say 12 to 8 p.m. So intermittent fasting does not need to be as severe as I'm doing it. And as long as you're eating healthy, you don't even necessarily have to pair it with a special diet. Although I think it really goes well with any kind of low carb, healthy eating. Anyway, I hope you're hanging in there. I hope you're doing okay. Um, you know, I tell people that I'm vacillating between COVID blues and COVID cray cray. But, I really also recognize how I'm much better off than I would be otherwise because I've maintained my intermittent fasting. In the past, I often used eating as a way to deal with unresolved emotional issues and stress, and that's how I ended up on the threshold of morbid obesity, which is a BMI of 40, and mine was 39.6. So that's why I call myself almost morbidly obese, dude. Oh, now I'm just merely obese, dude. I might have to change the title of it. Um, anyway, you know, it doesn't matter how long you've been overweight. It doesn't matter how long you've been incrementally and slowly putting on weight. It doesn't matter if you're hundreds of pounds overweight. It doesn't matter if you're facing severe medical issues. The fact is that the body has an incredible recuperative ability, and one way you can tap into it is through intermittent fasting. Um, and besides losing weight and getting rid of the symptoms of type 2 diabetes, there's also a process called autophagy where your stem cells are activated and they go throughout your body and get rid of dangerous cells, bad cells, So it's a cleansing process that can be stimulated by intermittent fasting. So again, um, just say no to the COVID-19 and say yes to a better and healthier you. I'll talk to you guys soon. And in the meantime, stay safe. Bye bye.